you guys. This is Michelle with Heart Alchemy Yoga, and today's practice is a rigorous flow practice with a deep back bending sequence at the end. So it's, I would say, on the more intermediate to advanced level. And what I mean by that is your back has opened enough that you can support yourself in full wheel. And quite honestly, if your body isn't that open, you're always welcome to try to do, just be smart about the way that you move your body. If you're a beginner, but you're diving into the deep end, that's kind of how I learned yoga at the beginning, so I totally understand. That said, just be intelligent about the way you practice, okay? So anyway, let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. So sit your hips back on your heels, rest your forehead to the floor, and begin to establish the connection of your breath and your mind and your body. Okay, and then go ahead and come on up to your hands and your knees, and let's move through some cats and cows to warm up. Inhale, arch your back, and exhale, round through your spine to cat. And on an inhale, arch your back to cow. And as you exhale, round through your spine to cat pose. And one more time, inhale, arch your back to cow. And exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, and press the heels down and back to downward facing dog pose. So just be mindful that you're breathing. And a lot of this practice will be moving into hips, hamstrings, other parts of the body, not just backward bending. We'll also emphasize some quad stretching because opening the quadriceps will really help to open up your backward bends. Start to press up out of your shoulders, lift the shoulder blades up to the sky. And shift forwards to plank position on an inhale. And exhale, lower your knees to the mat, and then bend the elbows, lower your chest and the chin to the ground for Ashtanga Pranam. And then release the tops of the feet, slide forwards into Cobra pose. Draw the shoulder heads back, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Good, deeply breathing. Sometimes it's good to skip some chaturangas and do some knees, chest, chin. And I especially prefer knees, chest, chin when I'm doing a back bending practice. We'll do some chaturanga. You're welcome to substitute that. But chaturanga tends to lock up the upper back. It's more strengthening. So we're here to open it today. Go ahead and step your right foot up to your hands, the front of your mat. Lower your left knee to your mat. And with the back toes tucked or untucked, take the arms up. And then wrap your left arm underneath your right arm for eagle wrap. Slide the shoulders down the back. Lift the elbows up a little bit. Soften your shoulders. Breathe. Relax your face. Okay, and then release the arms, interlace them behind your back. Draw the shoulder blades together and press the shoulder blades up into the back of your heart. So you start to maybe bend back a little bit, but remember this is like our second pose here, so be very gentle. Good, and then reach the arms up, biggest inhale. Exhale the hands down to the ground. Step back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale, lower the knees, the chest, and the chin to the ground. Release the toes, slide forwards into cobra. Take the shoulder blades down the back. And exhale back to downward dog. Deep breath into your heart, into your lungs. And step the left foot up to your hands. Set your right knee down. Take the arms up. Okay, and then from here, wrap the right arm under the left arm for eagle wrap. Lift the low belly in, and you can take it into the upper back a little bit. But just be mindful that you're not taking it into the lower back, which will be a theme through this entire practice. Just keep your back bends in the upper back. Lift up out of them. Good. And then interlace the fingers with the opposite grip behind your back. Press the shoulder blades together. And then press the shoulder blades up in a scooping action. Lift the heart up. So the back bends are the heart openers of the practice. And just take one more breath here. And release the hands down. Step back, downward dog. And we're just going to spin your heels over to the right. It's a modified side plank. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Press up out of the right shoulder. So both feet are on the floor here. We're not stacking the legs like we normally do in side plank. Good, and then take the left hand down. Spin your heels to the left. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Feel the hips lift up. Spread your toes. Good, and then take the right hand down. Inhale from plank and exhale either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, slide to cobra pose. And exhale back to downward dog. So we will, like I said, we will do some chaturanga as an option. Feel free to mix the two up or even skip vinyasas if you like in this practice. When you're ready, bring your feet to the front of your mat, or any practice, by the way, for that matter. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold forwards. Always better to do what your body needs. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale the palms together at your heart. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Knees, chest, chin to the mat. Slide to cobra pose, inhale. And back to downward dog, exhale. Push the floor away from you. Okay, and then step your right foot up to your hands. Reach the right arm up to the sky for a twist. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Spread your fingers and feel the connection of your feet, especially the front foot, the right foot, to the ground beneath you. And set the left knee down. Keep the back toes tucked. Reach both arms up. Inhale. And exhale the hands down. Step the left foot up to meet the right at the front of your mat. Lengthen on your inhale. Fold forwards on the exhale. Rise to stand up. Inhale. And exhale, the palms meet at the heart. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen. And now you'll step the left leg back, set the left knee down. Keep the toes tucked, reach the arms up for a breath again. And then hands to the mat. Press back, down dog, lift the right leg up. And go ahead and turn the right foot open, turn the right hip open. Lower the right shoulder, and then bend the right knee and dive into a mini back bend in the lower body. A little twist, a little side stretch here. Again, keep that left shoulder blade lifted, right shoulder blade down. And then set the right foot down next to the left. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, back to downward dog. Good, deep breath. So this practice will get your heart rate going in a kind of a different way. Step the left foot through. Reach the left arm up, because we're not doing a bunch of Surya A. We will do some Surya B. Slide the shoulders down the back. But all of these lunges can really help get your body warm. Okay, spread your fingers. Stamp the left foot down. Feel that connection of the feet and the ground. And then lower the right knee. Keep the back toes tucked. Reach the arms up. Inhale. And exhale the hands down. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Feet can either be together or hips apart and parallel. Lengthen on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Rise up to stand up. Inhale. And exhale, the palms meet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale the right leg back. Set the right knee down. Float the arms up. Big breath in. Then exhale the hands down. Step to down dog. Lift the left leg up. Turn the left foot out. Turn the left hip open. Bend the left knee. Drop the left shoulder. And stretch. Push the floor away from you as you open that left hip. Good. Then set the left foot down next to the right, so you're in downward facing dog pose. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Slide to cobra. Root the pubic bone down. Press the tops of the feet down. Good. Exhale, back to downward dog. Deep breath through your nose. And step your right foot up to your hands. Reach the right arm up to the sky just for a breath. And then gracefully come up to crescent pose. Both arms reach up. Good. Slide the shoulders down the back. And go ahead and take your thumbs. Hook them together above your head. With the thumbs hooked, hug the belly in. Draw the shoulder blades down the back more and start to pull the thumbs away from each other as they're hooked to activate the triceps. Good. Now bring the palms together at your heart and step the left foot up to meet the right at the front of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, vinyasa, make your way back. You can take a chaturanga, you can take knees, chest, chin. It's your choice. Back to downward dog, downward facing dog. Allow your shoulders to move away from your ears. And just like we were doing in that crescent pose with the thumbs hooked, activate the triceps. So firm the triceps into the biceps. This will be important as we come into some deeper back bending. Step the left foot up to your hands. Reach the left arm up to the sky. And then both arms up, crescent pose. Hook the thumbs. Maybe you switch which thumb is in front this time if you can remember. And start to feel how it feels to work those upper outer arms in. That will help to release your shoulder girdle to engage the arms that much. Good. Breathe, palms together in front of your heart, and then step the right foot up to meet the left at the front of your mat. Bend your knees, utkatasana, inhale, and then fold forwards on the exhale. Lengthen out, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa, make your way back and through your flow. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot through, back heel flat. Come up, warrior one pose, inhale. And exhale the hands down, step to plank, and lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps through, come up, warrior one pose, inhale. And release to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, downward dog pose. Deeply breathing. Feel the belly firm in a little bit, lower ribs soften in. And press the floor away from you. When you're ready, bring your feet back to the front of your mat. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Bend your knees, chair pose, inhale, and we'll keep it moving here. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, vinyasa, make your way back. You can do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. When you get to dog, step the right foot through, back heel flat, come up, warrior one pose, inhale, and exhale, release to plank, and lower down. Inhale up, exhale back, left foot steps through, come up, warrior one, and release to plank, and take a vinyasa. Inhale up, and exhale back to downward dog. Deep breath. Flex your thighs. And press your femur bones, your thigh bones, up and back into the hip sockets. And when you're ready, bring your feet to the front of your mat. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Bend your knees, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale back. Good. Step the right foot through, come up, warrior one pose, inhale. And exhale, release to plank, and lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Left foot steps through, come up, warrior one pose, inhale. And exhale, release, and lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale back, downward dog pose. Deep breath through your nose. Soften your jaw, soften your gaze. In a heart-opening practice, we're opening the heart. We don't want to be harsh about that. In fact, ideally, we aren't harsh about anything, you know? Just learning to soften. Go ahead and bring your feet to the front of your mat. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. One more round. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide up. Exhale, back to dog. Step the right foot through, back heel flat. Come up, warrior one, inhale. Exhale, release to plank. And lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Good. Step the left foot through. Come up, warrior one pose. Inhale. And exhale, release. Vinyasa. Good, you guys. Step your right foot through. Come up to warrior one. Now open up to warrior two. And in this warrior two, go ahead and reach both arms up to the sky. Interlace all of your fingers. Press the palms up. Soften the lower ribs into the back ribs. And just sit down into it. Arms up. Shoulders down. Breath deep. Gaze soft. Jaw soft. Heart lifted without collapsing forwards. Then press your right leg straight. We're going to lengthen forwards into triangle. Draw the right hip back and release the right arm down. Left arm up. And then take the left arm, wrap it behind your back, and you either grab your shirt or your pants. Some of you maybe grab that right thigh. Keep the inner right foot pressed down. So plug that big toe mound on the front foot down and lean your upper back back. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the quads flexed, belly firm for support. Breathe. And then release the left arm and reach that left arm over the left ear for a side stretch. Slide the shoulders down the back. Work all four corners of both feet down into the ground. Lengthen through both sides of your torso. And then we'll come up to warrior two. Bend the right knee. Let's take a reverse warrior. Inhale, left arm back, right arm reaches. Exhale the hands down to your mat. Step to plank. Bring the feet together. Let's roll to the outer right foot. This time, take the left foot on top of the right. For full Vashisthasana, left arm up. Push up out of your right shoulder. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Relax your jaw, one more breath. And release the left hand down. Lower your knees. Lower your chest and your chin to the mat. Slide into cobra pose. And exhale back to downward dog. Big breath in through the nose. Let it go out the mouth like you're fogging up a mirror. Step the left foot through, come up warrior one. And open up to warrior two. Reach the arms up, interlace one finger over if you can remember. Press the palms up, which one was in front before. Lift the left side of the pelvis up so you're not leaning forwards yet. You want to get the pelvis pretty level to the floor. Shoulders down the back, palms press up. I've been told that this arm variation is really good for tonifying the lung energy in the body. Press your left leg straight. Hug the left hip in. Lengthen forwards. And then release the left hand down, right arm up for some space in the shoulder girdle. And then you'll take that right arm, wrap it behind your back, grab something, your shirt, your legs, your leg, or your pants, or something like that. Breathe. So according to Chinese medicine, the lungs contain the emotions grief and inspiration. So we let go of grief, and there's inspiration on the other side. So keep the quadriceps flexed. Breathe into the lungs. Release the right arm, and right arm over the right ear. Good. Work the feet down. And as for the heart center, the heart contains the emotions sadness and joy. We let go of sadness, and joy is on the other side. They work together. Come up, warrior two, bend the left knee. To reverse warrior, sweep up and back. And then exhale the hands down to your mat, step to plank. Bring your feet together, roll to the outer left foot. The feet stack, the legs stack, the arms expand out from the center of your heart. Reach through your fingertips. Soften your shoulders. Even though they're working, you can take them away from the ears. One more breath. And then right hand down. Lower your knees, lower your chest, your chin to the ground. Slide up into cobra pose. And exhale back to downward dog. Soften your shoulders. Spread your fingers. Relax your neck. And then when you're ready, bring your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, come to chair pose. And let's take a prayer twist to the right. Palms meet at the heart. Left forearm cross over the right thigh. Spread your toes, take your weight back to your heels. Maybe you can even lift all 10 toes. If you want more, slide your left arm along the outside of the left leg, reach the right arm up. Remember, more is not necessarily better, but it might help you get a better stretch in the upper back. If it doesn't, come back to stage one, palms together at the heart. Good. And then go ahead and fold forwards. Straighten the legs. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Reach the arms up and overhead. And come to chair pose. Bend the knees. And take a prayer twist to the left. Right forearm cross over the left thigh. Sit your bottom down. Shift your weight back to the heels in this pose. And if you want more, you can slide the right arm along the outer left leg. Open the chest. Again, more is not better. Be smart about what you're doing. Stay present. Be kind to your precious self. That's the practice. It's not about some advanced, yoga pose variation. Fold forwards on the exhale. And interlace with the opposite grip behind your back. Reach the arms overhead. I knew that I was advancing in my practice when I started resting more. That's a good sign. Release the arms down. Step back to plank. Lower the knees, chest and chin. Slide to cobra, inhale. And back to downward dog on the exhale. Step the right foot up to your hands, come up to crescent pose. And we'll make our way into eagle, left arm under the right arm. This time step the left leg up and over the right leg. Maybe you wrap the pose if that feels good to you. Shoulders down the back, elbows lift. Deeply breathing. Engage the inner leg muscles. Engage the inner leg muscles. And just one last little something here. We'll transition to half moon. Release the arms and legs. Bring the right fingertips down to a block or to the floor under your right shoulder. Left arm reaches up. Flex the left foot. And today we'll take the back bend variation. See if you can bend the left knee, catch the left foot from behind, lower the left knee so it's hips level. You don't want the left knee sticking way up high. It gets pinchy in the lower back. Get the left knee lower, and then kick the left foot straight back as opposed to up and back. And then maybe you bring it into the upper back a little bit. Maybe you start to gaze upwards. And then just gently release that left leg. Step back to warrior two pose. Let's go ahead and straighten the right leg. Parallel your feet. So the outer edges of the feet are straight here. See if you can bring your palms together behind your back. Now, if you can't do that, you can bring your fists together behind your back and fold forward. So either palms together or the fists together. It's your choice. Retract the shoulder heads. You can narrow your stance if your hamstrings are open enough that you easily touch your head to the floor in this pose. Just take a narrower stance. Start to slope the hips up towards the sky. And then release the arms. Come up to stand. Turn your right foot out to the front of your mat. Bend your right knee to warrior two. We're going to come into the wrapped variation of side angle pose. Take the right hand down to start. And with the left arm, reach it behind your back. So this might be good for a start. If you can fully wrap, go ahead and clasp your hands beneath you. Now just be mindful that you're not dropping your chest forwards. You actually want to get the rotation of the spine so that your heart starts to lift up towards the sky. And if you want a little bit more in the hamstrings, now be very gentle here, you guys. Again, be smart about it. Maybe you start to work the right leg a little straight so that you're in a half-bound triangle pose. Force destroys things. Power enhances them. So be powerful. Bend the right knee. You're in wrapped Parsvo. And release the right hand down. Left arm over the left ear for a breath. And then both hands down to the ground. Come up on the back toes, step to plank. Bring the feet together. Roll to the outer right foot. Reach the left arm up. And this time, take your left toes, plant them to the ground behind you, and begin to push up out of the right shoulder. Dunk the head back for a tripod back bend. Allow your neck to soften. And then go ahead and come back to downward dog pose. And just let this be a reset. Parallel your feet. Good, you guys. Step your left foot up to your hands. Come up to crescent. Wrap your right arm underneath your left arm. Right leg up and over the left leg for eagle pose. Hug the inner thighs together. Shoulders always go down the back. Always get space around your neck. Always relax your face when you remember. Always breathe when you remember. And one last little something here. Okay, we'll come to half moon. Release the arms and legs. Left fingertips down. Right arm reaches up. And today, see if you can bend your right knee and catch your right foot from behind. Get the right knee to about hips level, and then start to kick the right foot back gently. Now, if this variation doesn't work in your body, you know, right, that you just skip it. Come to half moon. And advanced practice means that you're learning when to modify, when to back it off. That's the most important thing that you can probably learn in this practice, really. Release the right leg back, right arm up, is how to respect your body. Step back to warrior two. I mean, that is the practice, actually. Press the left leg straight. Parallel your feet. Okay, we're coming in for the Paschimo Namaskar again, the palms in prayer behind the back. So, again, fists together behind the back is a great variation. Some of you narrow your stance so that you can get a deep enough forward bend. Let your head drop. Retract the shoulder heads. And press your hands into your heart and your heart into your hands. Flex the thighs. And release the arms. Press up to stand. Turn your left foot out. Bend the left knee to warrior two. We're coming into the wrapped variation of side angle. So you can start with the left hand down, maybe wrap the right arm behind your back. You can also use a block here, by the way. Maybe you take the left hand under the left thigh. Start to roll that right shoulder open. So you're not collapsing your chest towards the floor, but rather lifting it up towards the sky. If you want a little more, plug the inner left foot down and then maybe start to straighten the left leg. Hug the left hip into center though, so you don't want to collapse the hips out. In this pose or any of these standing postures. And then rebend the left knee. Release the left hand down. Right arm over the right ear for a breath. And then right hand down to the mat. Come up on the back toes. Step to plank. Bring your feet together. Roll to the outer left foot. Reach the right arm up, and then take the right toes to the floor behind you and lift up into the back bend. So I like in this pose, there's variations of it. I like the left leg straight, the bottom leg straight, the top leg, the right leg bent. Good, you guys. And then back to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale the knees, the chest, and the chin to the mat. Inhale, slide up to cobra. And exhale back to downward dog. Okay, last little bit. Step the right foot up to your hands. Set your left knee down. Now you're going to bend your back knee, your left knee, and reach back with your right hand for your left foot. So if you can't reach the foot, that's fine. Just set your left foot back down on the ground and just be in a low lunge. Otherwise, grab onto the left foot. We'll call this stage 1. Stage 2, maybe you bend the left elbow. And maybe some of you start to hug that left heel in towards your bottom. Roll the right shoulder open so there's a little twist going in the upper back. And one last little bit of stretch on the left quadricep. And release the left foot. Press yourself up. Tuck the back toes. Come to down dog split, so lift the right leg up. And then set your left knee down. Lift the left foot up. And you're going to lower your chest and your chin. So it's knees, chest, chin, but just the left knee down. Take that straight right leg, prop it up on the left foot. And then release the arms back behind you. Arms straight, chin forwards. This is a half locust variation. And then go ahead and release the legs straight and then back behind you. Spider walk the fingertips back to lift the chest up. Good. Reach the arms up. Shalabhasana, reach the legs up. Heart lifts. Shoulder blades come together. Good. And then release the legs. Plant the hands, palms down by your rib cage. Turn your heels out. Toes come into touch here. Take the shoulder blades down the back. Press the chest up. Come to cobra pose. And back to downward dog on the exhale. Good. Step the left foot up to your hands. Lower the right knee. And so you can stay here or come to stage 1, bend the right knee, catch the left foot, the right foot with the left hand. And then stage 2, lower the right arm if that feels good to you. Stage 3, just start to hug that right heel in towards your chest as you rotate the left shoulder open. Good. So again, opening the quads will help open your back bend significantly. Okay, release the right foot. Walk yourself up. Tuck the back toes, press back to down dog, lift that left leg. And you're going to shift forward, set the right knee down, lift the right foot up. Lower your chin and your chest. Prop the left leg up with the right foot. And then reach the arms back Spread your toes. Then release the legs, straighten them. Walk the fingertips back, lift the chest up. Good, lift the legs up, arms up. This time bend your knees, catch your feet with your hands. We're coming in for a bow. Lift the chest up high, kick the feet up into the hands. Be mindful that you're not splaying your legs out far apart. So hug the inner thighs in towards each other. One more breath in. Good, you guys. Exhale, release down. Just make a pillow with your hands. Rest your head. Feel your heartbeat in your chest. And then we'll flip over onto our backs. So come onto your back and bend your knees, put your feet on the floor. So we're setting up for wheel. If you're doing this practice and you already know that wheel is not an option for you, you're welcome to take bridge pose or another round of bow. So you want to get the heels close enough in wheel that you can touch them with your fingers. And then make sure that the feet are parallel. It's worth taking a look at your feet because the feet have a tendency to splay out, and that can be pinchy in the low back, which we don't want. We want the sacroiliac joint to be open. Okay, now from here, you're going to take your hands, palms down by the sides of your head, just above the shoulders. Press the feet down, come up onto the top of the head. So it's kind of challenging to talk and to teach and take this pose at the same time. So I'm going to do my best here. You're going to take the hands, palms down by the sides of the head. You're on the top of your head. You're going to lift your head up 1 inch and firm the elbows in. Firm the elbows in. Press the arms straight. Some of you maybe walk your hands in a little bit towards your feet. Work the inner feet down and start to press your heart towards the front of your mat. Press your heart forwards to open the upper back. Good. Tuck the chin, lower onto the back of your neck. Woo, rest. Close your eyes and bring your knees together, your feet wide. Knees together, feet wide. Okay, so if you want to do another round of wheel or even a couple rounds, go ahead and go for it right now. The most number of wheels I've ever done in one practice was 12. I was, as I recall, weeping in a puddle of blissful sweat on the floor after that last one. So it might be worth it. You can open up so much. But for the sake of the video, we're going to move on. So take your right knee and stack it on top of your left knee like eagle legs. Take your hips 2 inches to the right and drop your knees to the left. Keep your right arm on the floor next to you. So that's the beauty of being at home for a practice, is that you really can customize it in a whole other way. You can do multiple rounds. And again, the back bends are the heart openers. And an open heart is an open mind. You put your mind in your heart, and anything becomes possible. And come back to center. Uncross your legs. Level your hips, left knee on top of the right. Take your hips 2 inches to the left, drop your knees over to the right. Feel your left shoulder on the ground. It's okay if the knees don't touch the floor. Stabilize the upper back first. Okay, and then we'll come up to center, uncross the legs, And then roll yourself up to sit. And I'm going to teach a little variation of pigeon. So you'll take the right leg forwards for pigeon pose. For this variation, because oftentimes I take pigeon with my right leg, my front shin parallel, but for this variation, I bend the knee a little bit more. I just find that it helps me get into the upper back a little more. So take your fingertips to the floor in front of you and tent the hands so that you get a little more space in the upper back. Take the shoulders back. And then from here, you'll bend the left knee and see if you can catch the left foot with the left hand, like so. And then if you want a little more, you can start to bring the left heel in towards you. Maybe even hook the left elbow around the left foot. So we can call this, if you can't do this, if your body's not open to this, fold forwards into pigeon. If you want more, maybe you reach the right arm up and clasp the hands above your head. And feel the heart lift. Maybe you start to gaze up just past your right elbow. Lift the heart. Okay, and then release the left leg. Walk yourself forward into pigeon. You can deepen it according to what feels good to you in your body. And just feel the breath move deeply, but also gently through you. We're not forcing the breath deeper. We're allowing it to move more deeply. And then press yourself up. And let's come back to downward dog, actually. It's a good reset here to stretch out the legs, stretch out the upper back. And bring the left leg through for pigeon. And again, I usually bend the left knee a little bit more generously than usual for this variation. And see if you can bend the right knee and grab the right foot. So you can hang here. You might already be getting a good stretch. Maybe you start to pull the right heel in towards you. And maybe you hook the right arm around the right foot. And maybe you reach the left arm up and clasp the hands. Let it feel kind of good, though. Like it actually should feel really nice. If you're feeling it in your low back at all, you need to back it off. And I'd say that about almost any yoga pose. We want to keep the lower back stable and then really work the upper back open. And by work, I mean gently. Okay, go ahead and release the right leg and then just move into your pigeon according to what your body's telling you today. Keep your mind aligned with your breath. And then when you're ready, press yourself up and press back to downward dog pose. So this will be the last downward dog of the practice. Lengthen through the sides of your body. And set your knees down on your mat. Cross your ankles behind you. And we'll take one Paschimottanasana to counter stretch all the back bends. So straighten your legs in front of you, walk the hips forwards, reach the arms up, and then fold forwards, lengthen forwards, let your head drop. And when you're ready, roll yourself up and come to sit. I'm going to lead just a short meditation from here. So take a comfortable seat and close your eyes. Allow your arms to lengthen down, resting your hands on your knees. And take the shoulders back a little bit. So imagine a flame in your heart, right in the center of your heart. So the yogis believe that there indeed is a flame in our hearts. And when we get into the day-to-day challenges of life, oftentimes the flame is blown left or right. Sometimes it starts to flicker, and sometimes it even goes out. But it's always possible to rekindle this flame. So imagine a flame or see the flame there and feel it strongly burning and reaching upwards. Feel your sitting bones on the ground, so you're still grounded. Feel the abdominal wall just supporting your being upright. So not sucking the belly in, not clenching the abdominal muscles, but supporting your upright. The shoulders slide down the back, chin level to the floor. Crown of the head lifts, and that bright, vibrant flame burning in your heart. This flame can light the way on our paths. If you'd like a Shavasana, please rest. I'm going to formally close this practice for today. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May your spirit find peace. And may your heart know love. My heart salutes your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today here at Heart Alchemy Yoga. This is Michelle Goldstein. We're actually filming at the Springs in downtown Los Angeles today. If you like the video, please let us know. Share the video if you feel so moved to. leave us comments. We love to hear special requests and know what you think. Thank you, thank you. Namaste, you guys.